Hello to anybody who might be watching. I wanted to make a Let's Play video of the Highway Police Simulator by Z Software, which just came out. Because it's gotten a lot of, trying to think of the nice way to say this, but terrible reviews. I guess it's the softest way to say that. A lot of one-star reviews, which honestly, after playing it for, give or take 45 minutes, I think that's a little harsh. So if anybody who might be interested in playing this, I know there's a couple out there, but I figured, what the hell, why not? I never know if anybody's going to watch these videos or not. It's kind of fun just to make videos and post them. I have been really rooting for this developer for a long time. It's the same developer who makes the Autobahn police simulators, which are also not the best. This is, I will say, an improvement over the Autobahn Police Simulator series, which is not exactly a compliment, but still, it's moving in the right direction. I also do appreciate this game has a storyline component to it, which is different than like the Police Simulator Patrol Officers, which is also came out, which is also a German developer, different one. It also has its own bugs and issues. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. I'm gonna say off the bat, there are some bugs, a lot of bugs. Also, the audio is a little wonky, so I'm gonna let the storyline video clips play out. But you're gonna notice that there's a little bit of weirdity in the way they speak. Like they'll finish a sentence and it immediately goes into the next sentence. That's just the way the game is right now. Maybe that can be ironed out. And some other kind of weird stuttering. So I'm playing on the Xbox Series X. You would think that could have been worked out. Apparently it's an issue on the PC as well. So yeah, but that's part of the fun with the Z Software games, and I'm, kind of fingers crossed that they sort those out. So anyway, I'm gonna start off and we'll go from here. So you get to actually create your character, which is cool. I'm going to go with, I like the name Alexander. It's one of my default go-to names for making characters. Keep him as a dude. You could choose the skin color. This is a nice addition to the old Police Autobahn Simulator games, or even the other like Police Simulator Patrol Officer games. That you can actually create your character, which is I do appreciate they did that. You can choose the different hairstyles. I'm gonna go with that kind of a generic looking one. Blonde hair, with blue eyes, and then it says toggle uniform to push the double square button, but that does absolutely nothing. So that's good. Then you get to choose the character's background. Yeah, police family background, street kid background. Police family is born into a cop family. You get more respect from your co-workers and citizens. Disadvantages: biker criminals, inmates dislike you. Basically, the criminals don't like you as much, which makes sense. Then you can do the street kid, which means you had a rough upbringing, so you met a priest who turned your life around, and you joined the police department to make a change in society, which is, I like that story arc. Kid coming from a rough background could have gone, down the criminal path, but decided to join the police force to make a difference in the community. Disadvantages: civilians are more suspicious. Sometimes they will ask to talk to a real cop instead of you, which makes zero sense because in this game you are a uniformed police officer. So even if you came from a bad background, I don't know why a random citizen would treat you like you're not a real cop. But okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Again, I like that story arc background. And here I'm just gonna let the video play through with all of its buggy goodness. Any moment now.
I told you we were going to be late. Hurry now and catch up to the bus. We were supposed to escort the inmates, not dash after them,
I know. I got this now.
And people ask why you haven't been promoted yet. You sure are one hell of a lazy cop, Marsh.
I'm not. Besides, you haven't left my side yet. Can't be that bad now, can I?
Then hit the gas and make up for it.
You got it. So you can kind of see there the way the audio is a little funky, that it kind of like the sentences end and begin like right away, one after another. which is very weird sounding, but that's okay. And then I think I can turn the lights on since I can. Why not? Yeah, and it was also a little bit stuttery. Although I will say the scenes for the video scenes are stuttery, but the actual gameplay is not really stuttery, which, oh well, it's kind of sort of jinxed it there, kind of stuttered for a moment. But generally the gameplay is much smoother than the video clips, which I would prefer that if I have to choose. I'd rather the game not stutter and the video stutter than the other way around. You might be noticing this. Steering is going to the left a ton automatically, which is very frustrating. But I think it's this specific car because, again, I already played through this a little bit, and when you switch to a different car, you don't have the drift to the left. So I don't know if that's by design, but it's a weird design if that's what they chose to do. But anyway, the game is actually, I think, very pretty. I think this is a huge improvement over the graphics and design of the Autobahn Police Simulator games. So I'm going to give them that. Again, I don't think this is a 1-star game. I'm just going to repeat that, which is what on the Xbox store. It's, I think, 2, but all the ones I was seeing were 1-star reviews and absolutely trashing it, saying it was unplayable, it was terrible. I do not agree with that. There are issues, and it's definitely not a 5-star game. Not a 4-star game either. I would say maybe right now like a 2.5, but if they can hammer out some of those bugs, then it'd be a solid 3-star game. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna let this go ahead and play out.
Just about. Hey, aren't those guys behind us going a bit fast?
Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I will say, this game gets compared to the Police Simulator Patrol Officer game, which came out, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I will give this developer credit in that they're not afraid to put shooting and action into the game. Because the Police Simulator Patrol Officer, you could use a little bit more excitement. So, like, I am appreciative of this game series, the Autobahn Police Simulator 2, but this one especially, that they actually are not afraid to put like gunfire and stuff in it, which just makes it more exciting. I get it's not quite as realistic, but I don't know, it adds to the fun of the game itself. And it's actually kind of cool they did a whole on storyline in this game too, as well as you can just do the regular, patrol stuff. At this point, I have to go talk to these people, see what's going on. So you can see it's like walking around and like it's kind of like clipping, stuttering, which is just frustrating, but can live with it.
Hey,
like
Nat,
my partner.
You good?
Scratches and bruises. Nothing serious. You?
Same. And we should check on the others now.
You got it. Also, my guy is walking kind of like He's constipated, which seems to be a problem with these like police simulator games. Both these like Autobahn Police and this highway police simulator, but also the police simulator patrol officers. For some reason, the characters walk
Good Lord,
so
are you
weird.
okay? What a nasty crash. I heard of the escape attempt via dispatch.
More than an attempt, I'm afraid. One definitely got away, and others tried to.
Besides that, our car is trashed. Can you fetch a ride for us?
You can just take mine when you're done here. I'll just go back with someone else. Don't worry.
Thanks a lot, Gary. Mind if we take the securing gear out of your car, too?
You take what you need. You start working on the accident, and I'll check in with the emergency personnel. My car is right there next to the bus. Ready to go, so to speak.
Thanks, Gary. That's sweet of you. All right, let's go talk to this paramedic.
Lucia, thank God you and your team are here.
Good to see you two are still standing.
Yeah, we were lucky. Not sure if all the other folks here were too.
We'll look out for them. You go on and worry about your own work now.
I do appreciate they do actually have different voice actors for all these different characters, and it doesn't seem like they recycled them. So, yeah, I'm glad they sprung for that.
Everything all right?
Not exactly the morning I was hoping for. First I'm late, then we crash, and now some inmates are on the run.
And the positive side of things, Nat and you are not injured. That's good, ain't it? And if that's not doing it for you, at least try to admire the sunrise.
That's so positive. So you can choose from the different options here. So the bruises will stay, which is more the negative response. And guess you're alright, ...
I guess you're right. Thanks for the advice.
Actually, that's cool too. They added that, so it's almost more like RPG-y mechanics. So you can actually like have a conversation and kind of customize your responses, even if it doesn't like change outcomes or anything. That's still kind of cool. You can do that. Gives it a more your personal flavor. Stand a little close to you, Yusuf. Sorry.
Officers, how are you getting on with documenting the scene?
Oh, what have we done to not get a "how are you" from you anymore?
I saw you working and now you're standing in front of me, so I assume you're well enough.
Someone stole your best test tube last night?
What she's trying to say is we're surprised you're already up and focused so early in the day.
This is what our job requires, Officer Marshall. Shall I remind you of the proper procedure to preserve evidence found at crime scenes?
We're good, thanks.
Alright, now get to investigate the scene, take photos, so on and so forth. Alright, so there's other people. Go chat with them real quick. My guy's walking. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful there, buddy.
Oh, my head. It hurts. What happened? Ouch.
Talk to the prison guard.
What a nasty crash.
Did
See what
we
these inmates are up to.
How'd that happen? Did you see that? Those lucky devils escaped and I wasn't fast enough.
That guy was kind of like clipping through the road, but
Please. Send help.
you can see my partner Natalie is following me close behind. Alright, this dude doesn't look good.
Hey, you guys? What's going on?
Stay down and breathe slowly. I'll send paramedics your way.
So that is cool. They give you a partner that actually follows you around. It's again kind of wonky, but you know, I do appreciate what they're going for there.
Sir, can you hear me? How are you?
I don't know. Please.
He's in bad shape. We need to tell the paramedics.
I was talking about. Oh, there she is. Kind of just appeared behind me there. All right. I wish there was a button to run. Doesn't seem like there is. Oh no, B. All right, look at that. That's nice.
Lucia, thank God you and your team are here.
Good to see you two are still standing.
I'm afraid others have it worse. Especially that guy, Griffin, over there. He's in pretty bad shape.
Jameson Griffin? We'll check on him right away.
You know him?
We're from the same town. He told me he's a grandfather now, just a week ago. Excuse me, I gotta go.
And then she's going to crawl on over there like the other paramedic does for some reason. Again, it's kind of one of those funny things about this game being developed. A little, like it's an indie developer. Again, I give them a long leash for some of this stuff. Although it is a little funny, like the way she's just kind of crawling around in a circle and kind of crawling through him. I gotta take pictures of these things. So the Xbox, that's the left trigger. It's a tire. The bus. Let's do that. I think that's good. Don't take pictures of the evidence, I don't believe, right? Which, yeah, won't let me. Just different than like police officer, that police simulator patrol officer game where you actually take pictures of the evidence.
I think this could be... Good lord. Is that C4?
Yeah, you'd think you'd want a picture of the C4, wouldn't you? But not in this game. Then again, you wouldn't think a random like patrol cop would just be handling C4 found on the ground. Oh, that's cool. All right, got a neat little biker glove. All right. I think, do I need a picture of this one? This is another crashed cop car, but nope. Okay. All right, so bus. Gotta sketch it now, so just want to get an idea. Cop car, bus, cop car, debris. And since I know how to run now, I'll do that. Police PC. And then, there we go. All right. So that was a vehicle. That was a car. That is also a car. That's where the bus is. And then this is debris. The tire, which is a vehicle part. Alright, I think. Yep. Alright, now I gotta write a report. Alright. Use this page to formulate your report. Get as much information as possible. Try to talk to everyone you meet. Okay, so basically just try to talk to all the characters and look around to get all the information. I write my report, and it's auto-populates. It's neat. Bus with inmates and guards from the state penitentiary was ambushed and attacked on its way out of the state. They're being transported to a neighboring state for trial. Shortly before the border, they were run off the road by multiple vehicles. I'm just kind of paraphrasing this. Cops were overpowered, and 2 inmates fled on foot. A third was picked up by the attackers. And bunch of injuries, including fatalities. Explosives opened the door. Single leather glove was found at the scene, part of a biker combo, and might lead to one of the people involved. Our car is jacked up. Tire marks on the road clearly hinted the exact position the bus was forced off. Photo evidence was taken and left it to be processed. Oh, boom. Okay, there we go. Well, that was fun. Alright, now I get to get in this car and I guess just drive off like nothing happened.
Hey, Nat. I hope you don't mind me driving after the crash.
Nah, I trust you. Besides, I prefer to keep an eye out. As a passenger, you know.
Yeah, right.
Right. Vehicles handle a little funny in this game, but this is definitely an improvement over that. I think it was like a knockoff Dodge Charger. Think. Come on. Yeah, it's handling a little funny, but that's okay. I guess I'm going, what, 130 some miles an hour? That's neat. Yeah, you can see so anybody who's played those police Autobahn simulator games, the design, like the trees and the overall game play graphics are nicer. So I mean, I will definitely give them that. It seems like a pretty sizable map too, so I do definitely appreciate that. So I think it's pretty, So I'm glad they went decided to put a lot of effort into the actual scenery. Yeah, the police Autobahn simulator was a little rougher, so this is an improvement. So again, I want to give credit where credit is due. The car looks nice. Nice and shiny. Those lights look cool. It's 7:52 in the morning. I've played through already, so like I know at night it's pretty nice too. Like the lights and everything, they reflect pretty well. So I mean, there's some definite improvements and some pros to this game. Just the writing is a little, I don't know what the word would be, cheesy. But again, that can work in a cop game. You know, it's no worse than like the average, you know, cable TV cop drama, which can be a little cheesy. Like CSI Miami kind of made the whole series based off of cheesy cop drama writing. Where like those like good old-fashioned 70s and 80s cop movies and cop shows. I'm actually really surprised there aren't more games like this out there. I mean, it seems like a genre that's been heavily neglected, and given, you know, the popularity of police crime dramas, police procedurals, cop movies, you know, I'm surprised there hasn't been more. I remember True Crime Streets of LA, True Crime Streets of New York back in the day were fantastic games. Very sad those weren't continued. Sleeping Dogs was awesome as well, which was kind of a continuation of the True Crime series. Then LA Noire to a lesser degree. I mean, it's an awesome game, just kind of different, not exactly like a police simulator, but it was a really awesome detective simulator, but very specific, you know, being in like the 1940s noir feel. Let's see. It's also cool. They did different, different was that topographies, I guess, where you get, that was weird. So you get the desert. We're also out like with the trees, so it's kind of nice, like they kind of change the scenery around. We've got a town, which is cool. You know, it's not just, even though this is a highway police simulator, I'm glad they actually give us like a town that we can go around. I'm assuming there's more towns, but I don't actually know that. Just ran a red light, but that's okay, because I'm a cop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Out of my way, citizen. I got places to be. Whoa. Yeah, it gets a little laggy at times. So I want to be a little careful with these intersections, because I don't want to slam into... Kind of like the physics are nice, you know, because it's getting some air, which is cool. And if I'm not mistaken, is that an airfield? So I think there's a helicopter in this game eventually, which is pretty sweet, actually. Again, this is a small indie developer based in Germany. You know, it's not Rockstar. They don't have 2,000 developers, so it's not going to be as high quality. I mean, it should be better than it is, but, you know, again, I'm going to, you know, take it as it comes. So here you can choose between simulation mode, casual mode. Simulation mode takes away some of like I think it takes away like some of the HUD stuff, and doesn't explain things as well. It doesn't mark locations on the map. And then you can do casual, which is kind of how we're playing already. So I'm going to stick with casual because I like knowing where I'm going. And then I got to go inside the station now, which it's really struggling here with the stuttering. Come on, come on, come on. My partner following me like a little duckling. Alright. Holy moly, okay.
And the last
like
escaped
chief, I guess.
convict on our list is Travis Cole. He's from Apaloya City, 32 years old and serving time for smuggling and money laundering. That may not sound like much, but he and the other escapees are dangerous people.
Money laundering? Doesn't sound like someone who'd have this crazy gang behind him.
We'll figure out the reason when we catch him. Shush now.
We'll coordinate our efforts as follows. 1 K91 will investigate the scene for further clues. 1 Tango 10, that's you, Marshall and Cordero, will look for the getaway car. All other available units follow up on your regular duties, but keep an eye out for anything connected to this case. You find anything, you come to us immediately.
Okie dokie. I like how they said that money laundering and smuggling doesn't seem like a big deal, which I would think that's a pretty huge deal for the average patrol cop. Also, they're kind of suggesting that it's weird that there would be a gang or cartel behind people involved in money laundering, but like that would be the exact people I would think would be involved with money laundering and smuggling, would be like gangs and cartels. So again, going back to the writing being a little bit to be desired, but hey, that's okay. I can roll with the fantasy. Let's talk to Natalie here.
You've checked enough files now. That won't help us find Cole. Let's search for that black Grant Crest now.
Right, let's head out. Think we'll find that car? It's gotta be as old as our new squad car.
Might not be the most common car, but we can't miss.
Okie dokie. I did also notice the writing, the subtitles and the actual scripts don't match up. Can I talk to these people? Which is, again, nothing major, just kind of funny.
Just checking on you.
What, are you my boss now? Go annoy someone else.
Fine. Bye.
Beat it.
Ugh, Jane.
Fancy a coffee?
Thanks. I think I'm good. I already had enough.
All right, don't overdo it then. See you around.
Okie dokie. I think, is it down? Yeah, I gotta go downstairs, so there should be... Up. Again, it's got... Woo. Stairs. Alright. Alright. Come on. It's so glitchy. Okay. Talk armory. We'll talk to
Hey,
Josh.
Josh. We're heading out again and need our gear.
Coming right up.
Oh, by the way, how did the game go yesterday? Did you guys play well?
We didn't win. But the boys played well. Did a lot of what we practiced during the last training sessions.
The Maris Eagles are still unbeaten then?
They're a good team. Great coach, great attitude, but don't you have some work to do?
We're leaving.
Stay safe. Remember, even the simplest traffic stop can turn nasty.
Thanks, Josh. I do like how they gave him an Irish accent. It's kind of a neat little, is that like nod towards the old police departments being full of like the Irish immigrants back in the day, especially like in New York, Chicago, and Boston. So it's kind of cool they did that. I would assume that's what they're going for. I think otherwise that would be kind of a crazy coincidence that there happens to be an Irish cop in the middle of the desert in this German-designed cop game. So enter any vehicle. Now, can I really choose any vehicle? No. Okay. It says enter any vehicle, but what they really mean is only this vehicle, which is like a Crown Vic knockoff, it looks like. Aw, yeah.
Dispatch. A black Grant crest was spotted on multiple traffic cameras. I'm transmitting an assumed location to you now.
1 Tango 10 to dispatch. Copy. Thanks for the update.
It's gonna mark. Yep. All right. And I'm gonna go and put those lights on because I've got this old-fashioned one of those. Is that what they refer to wigwags as?
Hey, Marsh,
They kind of like
do you
spin
promise
around.
Not to laugh if I tell you something.
Well,
Whoa.
I can't promise, but I can try.
No, you have to promise.
Okay. All right. I promise I won't laugh. So what is...
Do you believe in aliens?
Those little green fellas you sometimes see on TV.
No, I mean, do you think extraterrestrial life exists?
Maybe. The universe is big. I mean, there has to be something else out there, right?
Somewhere. Yes, there has to be. I sometimes wonder what we would find out there, in the darkness beyond the stars.
Now you're scared.
See those cars kind of
Everything
jumping,
all right
bouncing
with you?
like that?
Yeah, just mumbling.
Definitely not by design. You see that a lot, actually. Those cars just kind of like randomly bumping around off each other. This is kind of a little bit of immersion braking, but okay. It's one of those things I'm kind of... Another one of those things. Yep, there we go. Hoping that maybe they can iron that out as the game goes along with some patches. Alright, so now I gotta search this area for the car. Which... it's saying to drive up there, but pretty certain that that's just thick wood lines and I can't go up there. So I think I am supposed to look around this general area. In fact, yeah, so it kind of gives me like a little bit of a radius to drive around. Storage hall, find the suspicious vehicle. Out of my way. I've got places to go. Money launderers to catch. That's right. Whoa, look at that. Ah, there we go. There's one of the black something. All right. How the hell do I get out of this car? Yep. All right. All right. So I don't think. Can I like inspect? Nope, can't do anything like that. So I guess just go talk to this guy first.
Sir, please turn off the engine and place your hands on the steering wheel.
I'm late already.
Make it quick.
Care to explain why you're in such a hurry?
Busy day, officer.
Is that also why you were speeding? We'll come back to that. Please show me your license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance.
I'm pretty sure you know my name, officer.
I insist, sir. We have to follow proper procedures.
A waste of time.
Alright, what's his name? Mercer Zach Mercer. So the registration. Expiration date September 2024. Whoa. So expiration date September 24th, 2024. So it says this is then September 2024. The top left, it's giving me a date, but it doesn't tell me what day of the month. So I'm gonna guess it's good. And this expires in June, so that's all good.
I'll just take a quick look around.
So I like how they said they pulled him over for speeding, but the car was completely stopped before I even saw it. Yeah, okay, there's nothing here.
About what I've noticed, looks like I didn't find any other violations except for the speeding. Mr. Mercer, we clearly caught you speeding, despite what you say. I'm writing you a ticket now.
Sure, do what you have to. But, officer, listen. I'm a very valuable member of society. Always paying my taxes, always working for the people.
What are you trying to say, sir?
I'm saying I have places to be, things to do, and people will profit. You might profit as well. You see, how about an exchange? You keep the speeding ticket, and instead accept these 2 tickets for the Supersonic Mosquitoes show next weekend.
Now that is a lame bribe attempt, but I'm going to say I am very thankful that they actually did put that into this game. I think it's cool when they do like the good cop, bad cop kind of mechanic. And I think, again, harkening back to True Crime Streets of LA/New York, I think they did that mechanic too. So I like that, you know, when you're playing a cop story game, especially with the kind of cheesy, over-dramatized lines like this game has, although I don't know if that was on purpose. I do like that they actually give you kind of a ability to be a corrupt, crooked cop or a good cop. And for the sake of right now, I'm going to be a good guy.
No, thank you, Mr. Mercer. You might want to sell them to someone to help you pay your parking ticket, though.
Then pretend you didn't hear that.
Yep. Guy seems like quite a jackass, but you know what? I'm going to give him a citation.
You'll receive a citation.
I'll remember that, officer.
I'm sure you will. Alright. Let's see. Right, send the police report. So, oh. How do I do that? I like how Natalie just magically appears back in the car with me. Oh, that's not it. How do I access the cop? There we go. Alright. So that's the left bumper in case anybody's watching this and is trying to figure it out themselves on their own Xbox. Police PC. Report. Write a report. Boring speeding. Aw, yeah.
Dispatch to 1 Tango 10. Are you receiving?
1 Tango 10 to dispatch. Loud and clear.
Another black Grant Crest was reported.
Reported? By whom?
A local mechanic. We told him to keep a lookout. His name is Dragon, by the way.
Good idea. When did he call?
A minute ago. We're transmitting the location.
We're on our way.
Thanks. I do like how these line of cars is all stuck right now. Hold on a second. Shootout. Alright. So you know what? Before I do that, head to the next car. I'm actually going to go try to do one of these 911 calls. And this will be the last thing I do before I end the video. Let's try out one of these 911 calls. So the cars get a little confused. These AI cars are not the smartest AI, which again, kind of comparing this to the police simulator patrol officer game. This seems to be a ongoing issue with a lot of these police simulator games. Why does that tell me to drive directly through the desert? I think that's like a... Yeah. I am curious. I think there's guardrails, right? I can't just magically drive onto the... Alright, so that's obviously not a good design. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is telling me just to go directly onto across the desert. This is like a straight line directly across the desert to where I'm trying to go. That does not help me at all. So that's something they need to fix as well. I'm gonna try to do the overpass because I don't think I can just cut through the desert. I think there's like guardrails or something. I don't think you can just drive onto the highway. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This is tell me. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So if I go straight, I should be able to exit onto the highway. I don't actually know which side of the highway it's on, but that's okay. I do like the setting for this game. This desert's cool. The mountains in the background. I don't know if I can drive up there or not, but I guess eventually we'll find out. Oh, make the left here? Yeah, okay. Alright. Again, I went into this game with ridiculously low, ooh, that's not good. I think I want to go this way, so I'm going to go against traffic, which is ridiculously dangerous, but I went to this game with very low expectations, so I can only be pleasantly surprised. And so, you know.
What Kamanora was like in the past?
Oh, Natalie, this is not the time.
No. I mean, maybe. Just when you imagine Kamanora 10 years ago, what does it look like?
Poor. At least the north of Apollonia. Just like today.
Nothing's changed?
Well, I remember there being golden fields in the summer,
Whoa.
as far as the eye could see.
Come on,
Those
guys, stop
hideous
talking.
Oil pumps lining the horizon.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, me too. The south is looking better since the land was sold, but the north?
All right, Natalie, this is not the time.
People
Come
are
on.
desperate, Marsh.
All
I
right.
hope the situation doesn't get any worse.
I'm afraid it will. Only a matter of time if no one steps in and changes things for the better.
I think we could be the change.
Oh, Natalie, come on.
We can try, at least.
Is this working? No. I'm shooting him in the crotch. All right. So this is a, you know, not the best shooting mechanics I've seen. But also not the worst. Is that it? Okay. So yeah, that was kind of lame. But I guess I should just be thankful they included gunplay in it at all. Again, unlike that other PSPO game, which is lacking in some excitement. Although that definitely could have been better. Alright, so I'm going to call this video here. I think it's long enough for people to kind of get a sense of what's going on in the game. You get the first, you know, give or take 30 minutes of it. I think the game is okay. I don't think it's a 1-star game. I don't think it's a 2-star game. So it's $40 on the Xbox store. I'm not sure what it is on Steam off the top of my head. It will no doubt go on sale very soon because they always do these Z Software police games. If they can smooth out some of these bugs, I would say this is very fair for like a $25, probably even $30. Given that the average AAA game right now is $70, I think paying $30 for this would be very fair. You know, it's not spectacular, but it's better than the old police Autobahn simulator games. So, you know, I'll give them that, and it's kind of fun. I mean, I've played roughly about an hour of it already. I mean, today I think we're about 30 minutes in. I think it's $30 worth of entertainment. There's obviously several hours of gameplay. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I mean, clearly some people are very unhappy with it. But that's the thing. If you go into this thinking like, oh yeah, this is going to be like LSPDFR or like some like AAA Activision cop game, like, you're out of your mind. Like, this is, you got to go into this with low expectations. That way you can only be pleasantly surprised. And I think it's okay, you know, for the price point. I would wait for it to go on sale. But if you can get it for $30 or less, I would definitely say it's worth it. But otherwise, I hope this helped people. Again, I just wanted to throw out a game of just me going through the first 30-ish minutes of it, the gameplay, so people could just see what it's like, whether or not they want to shell out the money for it. I paid $40 because why not? I wanted to try it out. Again, there's a shortage of police games out there. So I knew this was not going to be great. Again, I went into this with very low expectations because I know this developer. I played their other games. Plus, every cop game out there right now on console sucks, which is a shame, but it just is what it is. So I'm okay with it where it is. So I hope this helps some other people out if anybody's actually watching this and could get a feel for the game and how it actually plays, what it looks like, some of the bugginess that's going on with it. It didn't crash, you know. Hey, that's definitely a you know, a low bar to hit, but hey, it didn't crash, which is good. It's a little bit glitchy, a little bit stuttery, but not game-breaking. There's no game-breaking bugs, no game-breaking issues. So, you know, I think it's okay for what it is. I hope they smooth some of this stuff out, but yeah, I'll give them credit, and again, I recommend this. I think it's worth buying. Otherwise, yeah, take care, and I'll catch you guys around.